Hey guys, I'm Jim, WT1W, and you're watching FEPLabs Radio. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. So today I want to take a quick look at this. This is the Kaiweets ES21 electric screwdriver set. This was sent to me by the good people at Kaiweets for a review. I got this at no charge to me or the channel. So if you are triggered by something like that, you should go watch cat videos. Let's take a look at this screwdriver set. All right, as I mentioned, this is the Kaiweets ES21 electric screwdriver set, and this was sent to me by the good people at Kaiweets in exchange for a review. The back of the box here gives us a lot of information about the different kinds of bits that are in the kit. There's some that I don't even know the names of, plus all your standard, flathead, Phillips, Torx. So let's take a look at this. Now, to be fair, I have opened the box already, so this isn't officially an unboxing. And in the kit, we have a magnetizer, demagnetizer head for each bit. So you run the bit through it on the magnetizer side to magnetize the bit and take it through the other way to demagnetize the bit. It comes with a USB A to C cable, I assume for charging the screwdriver. When we pull the screwdriver out of the box, we find three things. We have this nice little magnetic pad to lay on your workbench, and the screws will magnetize to that so they won't go rolling off the bench. We have a user manual from Kaiweets that explains the instructions for use and tells us how this thing works. Obviously, forward reverse, it has an LED light. It has a bit installation port. And then we can turn the lights on and off. We can also switch gears on this screwdriver, which is interesting. That means we could probably adjust the torque that we're using. It has a low battery reminder. So this is the case. Now, this is plastic, hard plastic. I thought this was like a fiber fold open kind of case, but it's not. And to open the case, you press on the end, and there's a little magnetic latch, and then it pops open, and there is your screwdriver set. And of course, there's all the bits and everything else. The kit comes with a set of tweezers right here, wedged in there next to the screwdriver, a little trough. I guess that you could use that to put screws in. And then an assortment of bits. And some of these are fairly long shanks on these things. So that's pretty cool. That's not something you usually see. This is probably about a 2-inch shank, and these look like about 1-inch shanks, I'm guesstimating. And so that's nice because that means you'll be able to get this thing in a little tighter place where you may not be able to get that big body into. And those are Phillips and several different kinds there. And then, of course, your standard bits for every bit of electronic that you would expect to see in a electric screwdriver kit. If you turn this over, whoa, even more bits. And these all stay in there really well. The bits are magnetized. So even when they're not in the little trough, they don't come out. So that's a nice feature. I like that. So that is the case and the bits that come with it. Let's pop the screwdriver out. And this is the actual screwdriver itself. This is nice and small. We can turn the light on and off, as you can see there, by long pressing. Now with the studio lights on, I don't know that you can tell how bright that is or is not, but that's a nice feature. Of course, forward and backwards. It has a battery indicator right here. So as you use it, you can see what the charge level is on the screwdriver, and then you can recharge it right there. Now, an interesting feature of this case, and this is kind of cool. If you look at the end of the case, you see that hole. Well, if you put the screwdriver back in its little spot, there is the USB-C adapter. So we can charge this while it's in the case. I thought that was a very neat feature. Light button, battery display, and gear switching. So that's a multi-function button. One press turns off the light. One press turns the light on. 2 presses gives us the battery display. And then I'm going to assume the 3rd press Changes our gear ratio. Low battery reminder. Hold the light button for 2 seconds to enter shift mode. Tap to cycle through 5 gears. Default is high torque gear. We hold the light button for 2 seconds. 1, 2. Ah, there we go. Okay. So we hold the, let's turn off our light. So this is neat. So we're going to hold that for 2 seconds, and then the LEDs start flashing. That is the gear. And as I tap that, you see it's changing the number of lights. So we're shifting gears, and that's the gear we're in, and I assume it's going to time out, and it did. So we're now into what sounds like a much lower torque, or higher torque gear, rather. Let's grab a bit. Yeah, that's got almost no torque at all. So let's change back to 5. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. Pump. Let it time out. Now let's see what we got. Oh yeah, big difference. I can barely hold it. So that's a huge difference. And if you've seen some of the other Kaiweets set, and I did a video on, I think it's the ES22 model, the kit was nice, but the screwdriver does not have a lot of torque. So if you're trying to work on something that's been put in with some authority, it doesn't want to do the job. So let's try it out on the ICOM 5061D. And let's see, that is the right size bit. Look at that. I put these screws in and out by hand, so this is a good test. Well, not really. It's trying. Now, I did this by hand with a regular screwdriver. And I probably over tightened it a bit. But there's only so much torque you're going to get in a motor this small. Does it work for screwing and unscrewing things? Yes, it does. Are you going to use this to swap out the engine block on your car? No, you're not. This is still really designed for small electronics. And I also don't know how much charge the battery has. I think it said it was full. And we can put him back in the case. And like I said, we do have a nice little set of tweezers that come with it as well. And it looks like there's also a spudger in here. Yep. So for prying loose bits and bobs that need to be pried. And those slide down inside the case over here on the side. Goes right over the top of that. And there it all is. So that's a pretty neat setup. I like it. The cable is not special. This is just an A to C charging cable that they've included. So don't feel like you have to hold on to it. I've never felt the need to use a magnetizer, demagnetizer on any screwdrivers. Not a lot, once or twice maybe. And I would say that the only downside that I have to this is that you can't put the magnetizer and the USB cable in the case with the device. The little pad works fine because it's holding that bit quite well. Yep. So that's a nice little feature anyway. And I don't know that that would fit in the case either. But then the whole thing slides back in to the case like this. Got to put that down all the way. No, there's not really room for the pad inside. And then you press that and it locks in and there's your kit. So that is a nice kit. This is the Kaiweets ES21 electric screwdriver kit. I will have an affiliate link, an Amazon affiliate link in the description below. Doesn't cost you anything extra and it helps out the channel a little bit. Guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you would, make sure and give me a thumbs up. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's in the thing below. and also ring the bell. That way you get notified whenever I post any new content. Y'all, 73, have a great day.